It's quite sad and unsettling to see what is happening in the UK at the moment with the protest and the rioting. And to be honest, I thought it was just going to be, a peaceful protest based on what has been going on the social media platform for the last couple of days. But seeing what has been playing out, it's absolutely ridiculous. Now, just yesterday, 2 days ago, yesterday we had, loads of protests and rioting upon in the neighboring city where I live in, and it was absolutely horrifying. I mean, loads of property damaged, immigrants being attacked, buildings being destroyed. And just yesterday, it was, published on the different news outlets that the hotel used to house asylum seekers, the one the government used to, house asylum seekers, was attacked and the building was practically destroyed. I mean, the rioters faced, that particular building, and in as much as it's looking like a protest, it's beginning to look like a racial agenda, and which is really, really ridiculous. And the major reason I'm sharing this video is because I think most people are just, aware that there's a riot going on. They are not paying more attention to know how this is happening and where this is happening. Because I had a conversation with someone yesterday who was actually on his way to a city where a riot is happening right now, and I was like, are you not listening to the news? Don't you know what exactly is happening? So I think it's important for immigrants now to make sure that before you travel anywhere, I know a lot of people who are actually stuck at work that couldn't go home yesterday. It was just ridiculous. And people need to go online and check out which city, is currently protesting or rioting and try to stay safe. That is the most important thing at the moment. There's a lot of videos going around right now, and the city I live in, although we had like loads of protests and riots, you know, um, happening in the last couple of days in the neighboring city, the city I live in now, they've made an announcement that the protest is going to hold on the 10th of August, which is the Saturday, and trust me, I'm definitely sure it's not going to be anything, different from what has been happening in the university. It's going to be chaotic. And for those who are not really aware or conscious or, interested in knowing what exactly is happening about this whole protest thing and the riot thing, I'm going to share a video with you, a clip with you now. So you get to see what is happening across different cities, ranging from Manchester, Liverpool, Belfast, different cities across the United Kingdom. So yeah, have a look at it.
They are scenes that are now happening daily in towns and cities across the country. In Liverpool, police officers coming under attack from a far-right mob. A number of officers injured as they dealt with what was described as serious disorder. Police in running battles with some of those in the city streets. They knew protests were planned, but images show the scale of the crowds. And this just a few miles from Southport, where the attack on children at a dance class seemingly lit the fuse. Similar scenes in Nottingham, bottles thrown as fighting broke out. And in Blackpool, where more fighting broke out in the crowd, their loyalties very clear.
Any person organising or taking part in the procession is committing an offence.
In Belfast too, a hotel housing migrants was the target, leading to clashes with police. More than 24 protests have taken place across the country. Last night it was Sunderland that saw the worst of the violence, its streets bearing the scars today, and prompting this warning that those responsible will face action.
Well, the police need to lead operations in communities across the country where there has been both violent disorder and thuggery on the streets, which is completely unacceptable, completely damaging, and where the police need to know they have our full support, taking the strongest possible action, making sure that these criminals face the full force of the law.
In Manchester today, a supermarket was ransacked by a mob as they ran from police. But the city also saw one of the many counter-protests today, anti-fascists marching with their message. A sense that some are not willing to stand by as the wave of summer violence rolls on, and among others, whatever the response, clear defiance. Greg Milam, Sky News.
So can you see how sad and horrifying that was? And this is happening across major cities in the UK. You can see how a supermarket in Manchester was ransacked and destroyed. Look at what happened in the hotel that houses immigrants. Asylum seekers here in the UK, how they attacked that same location and caused a lot of problems. So yeah, it's really important for us to try and stay safe. It's ridiculous, but yeah, that's just the situation of things right now, and it's important for us to keep our guard up and make sure that you're checking out things before you go out of your home right now. It's really, really sad. Now, police have noticed that calls to hold riots have come from, a diffuse group of social media accounts, but the key player in amplifying this is Steven, a long-time far-right agitator who uses the name Tommy Robinson. When I saw this tweet from this same Tommy Robinson a couple of days ago on Twitter, I thought it was just basically, you know, uh, a normal protest that's going to happen and, go off after a couple of days. But it's not looking like that. It's becoming, based on the report released by the police, it seems it's going to be more of like a racial agitation, that kind of thing. And yeah, it's very important to just, keep ourselves on guard and make sure that before you go anywhere right now, make sure you check out online, confirm from people to know if the whole riot thing is not actually happening. I actually saw a clip of videos from a friend who lives in Sunderland, and immigrants are being chased, immigrants are being attacked, and it's beginning to look like a racial riot or protest, that kind of stuff. So yeah, just let's try and keep ourselves safe. Don't go anywhere. And as I said earlier, I was surprised when this person took wife and their baby daughter, and they were going to one of these cities. They was going to Manchester for planned holiday, and I'm like, how can you go to Manchester at this particular time? What is happening in Manchester right now? So yeah, please let's try. And I was surprised to know that he actually knew there was a protest going on, but he never knew there was a rioting happening in Manchester. And I'm like, it's everywhere. How come you don't know about this? Yeah, so it's just important for us to just try and keep safe and try not to go to places that this whole protest thing is happening at the moment, because trust me, it's looking like it's going to be a whole lot worse. A whole lot was at the moment. So yeah, hopefully, finger crossed. I know there's some cities that nothing is happening right now. Like Kent. I know there's nothing really much happening in Kent at the moment in terms of the protest and the riot. But if you never can tell, it might actually spread across to those places. But in some cities at the moment, there are lots of ridiculous stuff happening, and the members of parliament have been making announcements, sharing some information. The police are actually trying to do their best to make sure this doesn't escalate beyond beyond measure. So yeah, that's really the reality of things on the whole protest and rioting thing happening across the UK. In my opinion, I don't really know what exactly is happening. I saw some people carrying placard everywhere saying, "Oh, we want our country back." And in my opinion, I'm like, who took your country away in the first place? It's just something that, one just needs to ask that question, that nobody's taking anyone's country away. I understand it used to be agitated about, the whole asylum seeker thing, lots of people coming into the UK by both and all of that. But the sincere truth still remains that in order to understand the implication of large number of illegal immigrants coming into the UK, the truth is that when they're attacking people, they're probably going to be attacking people that are here legally. And, they don't have a way to separate people that came in illegally and legally. And yeah, the police are really doing their best to make sure they try to subside things. And I'm hoping this really dies down and people can, move forward. It's just ridiculous. The member of parliament in one of the city, his car was practically vandalized. I mean, it was really ridiculous and sad at the same time. They vandalized everything. On Saturday, there was a particular city whereby people had to volunteer to come out on Saturday to clean up the mess that was made by these, violent rioters the previous day, and it's just really sad, honestly. For my city, they've planned a protest for the 10th of August. My plan is just simple. I'm just gonna be indoor all day. There's really no point going out there exposing oneself and getting attacked, because even it seems like the police can't even the size of the protest is quite overwhelming for the police, I think, because it looks like they are finding it difficult to keep the whole riot thing under control. They're trying their best, which everyone really do appreciate, but it looks like there's more that needs to be done to help curtail or manage, this whole riot thing. Anyway, yeah, that's really what's happening at the moment. So if you're out there, please try and stay safe. If you don't need to be in a place, please don't be there. And the moment you get an information that the riot is happening, please just stay indoor, and let's try and stay safe and protect ourselves, our properties, and our loved ones. Okay, yeah. So I just thought I should make this video to increase our awareness and make sure people are aware of what is happening at the moment. And yeah, please stay safe. All right, cool. So if you're coming across my channel for the first time, I share videos around immigration policies. I share videos around latest updates, my life, living in the UK as an immigrant, and yeah, and every other thing really. So yeah, if you do well to hit on the subscribe button, that would be lovely to join the amazing growing family. Add my channel subscribers. Thank you for being here. I really do appreciate you guys. So this will be the end of this video, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you.